YouTube. So I'm back out again. First trip of 2022. And come to Dartmoor, of course. And it's the place where I did my first ever wild camp, which was with my son when he was about 5 years old. Just heading down to Foggintor Quarry. On the map, the DMP map, it actually states that it still shows it in purple, but towards the latter part of last year there were some signs up saying no camping at Foggintor. So I don't know what it's going to be like till I get down there. So yeah, I'm not sure if the signs are up to stop people camping near the quarry, or if it's just to appease the landowners. But apparently last year, towards the latter part of last year, a load of people trashed the place. Made a mess, had bonfires, usual rubbish. But we'll see. I'll have a look around Foggintor. It's a stunning little quarry. And maybe have a look around the top of it as well to have a camp up on the top, looking down over it. We shall see. So I had a bit of a mare this week. It's a trend that I'm hoping isn't going to continue into tonight. Started with a couple of nights ago. I dropped a glass in the kitchen, broke it. Cleared it all up. But what must have happened was a fairly decent sized shard must have got stuck in my slippers. And the next morning I got in the shower, wore my slippers on into the bathroom, took them off, got in the shower cubicle, turned the water on, turned around, and then got impaled on my foot, right on the soft part underneath your toes. How it got in the shower I don't know, but I pulled this decent sized sliver of glass out of my foot, and the blood that came out of it, I know it gets exaggerated by the water, but I turned the shower off and it was literally pouring from the bottom of my foot. The whole of the bottom of the shower tray was red with blood, about 2-3 mil deep, and it would not stop bleeding. It looked like a scene at the Bates Motel. Then, packing up to come here today. Finished work early today. Got in the car, got about 20 minutes into the journey, and realised I left my backpack in the garage. So I turned around, went and got it. And then just about to leave, and I suddenly thought, it's about an hour's journey. I could do with a coffee on the way. So I went back into the kitchen to make a coffee, and sitting on the kitchen surface was the poles to my tent. So, thank God for coffee, otherwise I'd have got here set up and not had any poles, which would have been fun. Also, while I was setting up my, I'm trying an old school cook kit today. So it's a stove that I made years ago. I thought I'd give it an outing today. And my titanium windshield that I found was no good for the gas stove. I thought I'd try and just change it and adapt it a bit to fit. And it seems to work. And I managed to slice my finger open on it. So I've got a plaster now because that would not stop bleeding. And then, one of the joys of being my height, I smashed my head in on a beam and I've cut my head. Nearly gave myself concussion, had to take some tablets, jarring pain in the back of the neck and my head. I thought, this is going well this week. Happy New Year. I just hope tonight it goes a bit better. Okay, so I haven't seen any signs so far saying no camping. Just coming into the quarry now. I think there's some people swimming, but no camping signs yet. Tissue and rubbish on the floor. Smattering of snow down there. Snow was forecast on Dartmoor last night, so looks like it caught a bit here. And in the shade, there's still some dotted about. So this, my friends, is Foggintor Quarry. I'm talking quietly because there's some people over there. And everything echoes. Beautiful spot. Lovely clear water. That is where I shall be getting my drinking water from tonight. People say not to use stagnant water, but it's a large enough body, so it should be fine. Last time I camped, just over the top there. So whether I camp inside the quarry or just on the other side, maybe up on the top, just to catch the sunset, we shall see. So I decided to do a little upgrade on the camera. I got this off AliExpress, which is a little cold shoe diffuser rechargeable LED light. £6, which I think is a major bargain. What I'll do, I've got my Gold Lighthouse Zero lamp on in here, so I'll switch it off, I'll attach this and see what you think. Tell me in the comments below if you think it's any good. I tested it earlier on in a pitch black bathroom. Seemed quite good to me, but yeah, have a look and tell me what you think for a £6 light that attaches to the top of your camera with a cold shoe. Okay, so we're filming without any light on at all. It's not pitch black, but it's fairly dark. Don't know what it looks like on the camera, but let me just try it with the light. So it's got several settings. This is the lowest light setting. It's got 4 of them. There's the next one, and the next one, and the next one. I think for £6, it's pretty good. And frustratingly, I left my head torch at home. I always forget. I don't always forget something, but today has been a nightmare. I knew I would forget something by the time I got here. Luckily, I've got my Gold Lighthouse Zero. I've also got an O-Light torch. I've got my phone torch. I've got that. So I should be all right. I'm not planning on doing any dark trips. So assuming the tent survives, I don't have to walk back to the car in the pitch black, then I should be all right. But yeah, £6, AliExpress. I'll put a link below if you want to buy it yourself as well. Tell me what you think. So as I said earlier, I'm going old school on my cook set. So I've got my usual Sea to Summit X mug, titanium lid inside it for some reason, and my 750ml titanium pot, which is what I've had for a while now, and I use with my gas stove. But instead of the gas, I've gone back to meths. So I thought I'd give this a try. Excuse the noisy windshield. So this is an old, I made these years ago, pot stand, literally made out of 3 kebab skewers, bent over, wire wrapped round, bit of a Coke can wrapped round that one, which just forms a little triangle pot stand. And for the stove, kiwi shoe polish. So basically with this, you get an old tin of used shoe polish, clean it out. I've got some loft insulation felt inside there. I bought an old sieve from Tesco's for like £1, cut out a circle and then popped it inside, so hopefully you can see that in the light, and just push down around the edges. So basically what you do is you pour your meths into here, the felt soaks it up and you light it. Simple as that. You can simmer with it. There is a way to do it, so obviously it's going to have full flame. If you wanted to simmer cook, what you need to do is get a decent sized coin, chuck it on the middle, and then you'll just get the flame around the outside of it, so it reduces the heat. But it's quite an efficient way of doing it. It stores it nicely, so any fuel that's left in there, you can pop that back on. I will probably let it burn out anyway, just to make sure there's nothing left. If you do make this, be very careful when you cut in the sieve, because it is so sharp and you end up with millions of little tiny metal splinters stuck in your fingers. It's very painful. But yeah, I'm gonna give that a go now and boil some water, get a coffee on. So, I can't remember if I diluted this meths or not. I haven't used it for ages, so it will probably soot up my pot. But there you go. So we chuck some in there. Now what I do recommend, if you have got one of these tables, put something underneath it. I can just use the lid of this, which will diffuse the heat, and it shouldn't melt the table. I normally have a piece of foil, but I've lost that somewhere online because it's been quite a while since I actually have used one of these. Rubbish lighter. This does take a little bit of time to warm up. I've been down to the quarry and filled up with water, so got plenty here to keep me going. That's about half a litre in there. Put that on top. Make sure it's on there properly. The quietest windshield in the world. It's not really that windy, but just to give it a bit of protection. And away we go. Right, so I've had my coffee. Noodles are now simmering away. Got my usual soba noodles with teriyaki flavour. The vegetables are in. Sauce yet to go. Washed down with the JD. So the stove's performing well. I filled it and it's boiled basically half a litre of water. And I just refilled it again to carry on simmering. So far, this is a 500ml bottle. You know, I've not used a huge amount, maybe 10-15% of it. I'm always a bit overkill on fuel. I'd rather have too much than too little. You don't want to be running out of it. While this is rehydrating, I'll keep myself going with the JD. That's good. Cheers. Right, it's about 10:30 now. Fairly uneventful evening. Temperature's dropped to about 2 degrees now, so it's not too bad. I'm snugly and warm in my down jacket, and I'm just sort of sitting in my sleeping bag at the moment, just with my feet in it, using it like a quilt. So it's comfy. But I've had my dinner, and had my coffee, and I've had my JD as well, so that's nice. I'm all snug and ready for bed. So if nothing else happens, I'll catch you guys in the morning. Slept quite well last night. It was dead calm all night long. This just started to pick up a breeze now. It's not much. You can hear it howling through the quarry in there, but it's probably 5-10 mile an hour. It's supposed to pick up again later on this morning, but I must get up. Right, that's coffee number 2 on the go. It's pretty chilly at the moment with a wind chill. It's not too bad inside here. It's probably around 1 or 2 degrees at the moment. I haven't checked my Bluetooth thermometer yet, but it's quite nice. I saw a park ranger this morning come and said hello, and I saw one last night as well. So in the sort of year and a half of camping on Dartmoor, they're the first 2 I've ever seen. But obviously they're patrolling the Foggintor area quite a lot because of what happened last year with people trashing it. So it's good to see them out, although I don't think really you're going to get any of those sorts of people out in this weather. They're more fair weather campers or fly tippers. So, but yeah, either way, it's good to see them out. Right, I'm going to get another coffee down my neck and try and warm up a bit. Right guys, that's me all packed up, leave no trace. Hopefully you can hear me. I've packed my microphone away somewhere. Hopefully it's in the bag. Anyway, quarry behind me there had a nice sunrise this morning for a short period of time, then it disappeared, clouded over. Wind's picked up now, so if you can't hear me, apologies. I'm heading back to the car now, so thanks for watching the video. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you lot on the next one. Cheers guys.